Hi everybody, sanibonani. Welcome to my channel. Igama lami nguNtando Mdletshe, and on this channel siyaye sibuka ama reality shows ethu alla eMzansi. Bese siza la sokhuluma ngawo lama shows, senza ama reviews, ama recaps, bese siyaphinda futhi sikhuluma ngama celebrities kanye nama YouTubers ethu alla eMzansi. Uma ngabe okokuqala ngqa ufika kule channel and uyayithanda content yethu, there's a subscribe button la ngezansi, there's also a notification bell ungayicindezela uma ufuna ukuthola ama notifications masuke sesupostile umsebenzi omusha. There is a join button for those who want to join us in the membership, and also there's a thanks button for those who want to give money to the channel. You guys know how to use the thanks button because a lot of you have been using it, and thank you so much. Thank you so much to everybody that watches adverts on this channel. Today I'm going to do a full review of Uthando Nesthembu season 6 episode 6, you guys. However, I am not going to go through the first scene of the episode, which was the completion or the continuation of the scene between Umakhumalo Nosne, and then them adding Umselego to the scene, because I did do a separate video where I just discussed that scene in detail. I'm going to make sure that I put a cut here. If you haven't seen that video, then you can go see it. So I think I spoke about everything that I could possibly speak about when it comes to that situation, when it comes to that scene and how it went, you guys. Anyway, the next scene again, it is Umpilo. Pilo has called Makumalo Benomselegu. I think that place looks like a restaurant, even though I did not see them eat or even have any drinks. I did not see it. I'm not saying that it did not happen. I just did not see it. And Mabe Figa Lapana, Umpilo has called a meeting. Guys, Umpilo is growing up, okay? Umpilo is growing up. And she wants to sort out her things. She wants her things to be in order, and she wants to complete the process of changing her surname. Her complaint right now is that she already has so many documents that will need to be changed once she changes her surname, and she's feeling like the sooner they do the surname change thing, the better, And so Ubaba my figure, obviously, he was impressed by the fact that Umpilo now is calling them to meetings just like the wives do, so, and so she calls a meeting Umpilo, and she says ukuthi she has spoken abantu bako malume wakhe Umpilo, abantu bako malume, abantu your mother's side of the family. So, and she says ukuthi bona they are under the impression yokuthi Mseleko is very much aware that he was not done with what he was supposed to do, so that they could possibly change the surname Kampilo, okay? And kusho ukuthi akaqedanga ukuhlawula, you guys. Listen, we were there in season 1 or 2 when uMakhumalo went to Kampilo with abantu bakamse, with usisi kaMseleku and ingane kasisi kaMseleku, I think, was there, and someone else was there as well. Negotiator indaba yamahlawulo, you guys. At the end of it all, there was a point. Okay, let me start here. Okay, ngenkathi besa negotiator indaba yamahlawulo, there were things where there was a point where they were not agreeing on what they really wanted before they could allow Umpilo to change the surname. It's like they wanted the Mseleko family to pay a little bit more than they were paying. There were things that they wanted that the Mseleko families didn't want to do or didn't want to pay, because the Mseleko family was saying, asiloboli, we are not here ukuzolobola, sizokhokhela ingane, sizohlawula nje kuphela ukuze ingane ikwazi ukushintsha isibongo. I remember uMakhumalo taking Umaka Tobile Mpilo's mom outside and saying, listen, we are here just doing the uzosota out indaba yesibongo, lezi zinto esenifuna thina, we don't understand them and whatever, okay? And then ugogo ended up agreeing ukuthi okay fine abahlawule, and then afterwards she gave permission for Umpilo ukuthi ashintshe isibongo. But while the negotiations were going on, there was a clear indication that they wanted them to pay more than the Mseleko family was willing. But what I know for sure is that at the end they had agreed to go to okay fine, everything was fine, and isibongo singashintshwa. I did feel a little bit like Umakhumalo did put pressure on Umakatobile to say it's either you agree to this or siyahamba singasakhokhanga lutho, which made ugogo agree to say ukuthi okay fine ke khokhani lokho enizwe kokukhokha and then ningashintsha isibongo. So I did feel like there was a pressure on uMakathobile, the other Thobile, ukuthi avume for them to pay the way that bona they were planning to pay. Okay, I remember that scene. In fact, I just watched it. Okay. So, but yeah, overall, even though there was an indication that they would have liked them to pay more, at the end, Ukoko agreed to say, okay, fine, isibongo singashintshwa after Mahlawulo. I am guessing that after that, the family maybe met and they decided to no, but Koko, you were not supposed to agree because isn't it were not done. You know, you were not supposed to. However, that decision was made. It was made because now they feel like Umselegu owes them something. If he is going to change the surname Kampilo to to Umseleko, okay? So if he's going to change his surname Kampilo to Umseleko, okay? So Umpilo now feels like her dad should have known, you know, there was something that was outstanding. She doesn't understand why it wasn't done. She doesn't think that her dad would forget, but you know, Umtwana is in the middle, you know, and so in response, Gamsele was that number one, Umpilo has to understand that he's not going to pay anything more than he's already paid as far as Amatlaulo are concerned. That is not going to happen. So it doesn't matter what they want, he's not gonna do it. He feels like what he was supposed to do, he did. He feels like they agreed on something when Ukoko said they can change the surname. Later on, when Yena no Magampilo were supposed to go by a home affairs to change the surname Gampilo. Umagampilo changed terms now and said no, but it's were not done, and there was it for him. It was like, okay, then you don't want to help your child to change the surname, that's it, I'm done. Okay. So apparently that is the reason why 5 seasons later Umpilo hasn't changed her surname, you guys. Umpilo just feels like she's in the middle of a mess. Basically, she feels like the adults in this situation should be able to compromise. She feels like umndeni wakomalumake should be able to compromise. She feels like umndeni kababake should be able to compromise just to accommodate her. As usual, you guys, parenting always goes into issues zemali, and always goes to issues of materialistic stuff, you know, because the way that he's looking at it is like they wanted Umpilo ukuthi azohlala kaMseleko to benefit from izinto ayithola kaMseleko. So now that he is grown, they are reclaiming her basically and saying, okay, for you to change the surname, you need to pay more. It's like a blackmail, yeah. And also they feel like they are using Umpilo as a bargain, you know, in order for you to get her, give us more. And Umseleko noThobile feel like kuzoloku kucelwa more nje now when it comes to Umpilo, okay. So you guys, the conclusion really was that Ilokuzana Umseleko is not gonna do what umndeni wakalona wakaThobile once, but like I said, it always go to materialistic stuff. He says okay, Umpilo babefuneza kaMseleko benefits from it, I guess, in terms of education and whatever things that he got from Kamseleko, and then they're reclaiming her. Okay, now they want to negotiate so that now they Kamseleko, they can pay her imali so that Umpilo can go now officially Kamseleko and then be able to benefit from izinto ikaMakhumalo, meaning ukuthi ifa likaMakhumalo liyo yakuMpilo. So ufeeling ngathi yena ifa likaMakhumalo ngeke liye kuMpilo uma ngabe uMpilo engabizi isibongo sakaMseleko. And I don't feel like for Umpilo it's about that. I do not feel like for Umpilo it's about that, you guys. I think ama issues esbongo for a lot of the times for the kids, it's issues of belonging. You want to know that your father claims you, you know, you're using the rightful surname kababa wako. I don't think that it's about ukuthi ufuna ifa likaMakhumalo. It might be, maybe I'm missing it, but Umseleko feels like that. Ukuthi okay, fine, if bengafuni noMpilo, it means ukuthi uMpilo ngeke aze athole lokhuzana ifa lakaMakhumalo. But I don't feel like it's like that. It's like upunisha abantu bakomalume kaMpilo, but honestly, really, he's punishing uMpilo. I think honestly, if ilist comes befuna lezo zinto abazifunayo, Mina, I would say he must just do it for below you guys. They must just agree with, okay, this is the last things that you guys want now. We're not gonna want anymore. So I'm gonna pay these things, and then afterwards we change the surname. I think he must do that just for below. But see, Umselegu has made a decision that he's not gonna help his child basically with the surname change thing, because he's not willing to budge when it comes to into yokuthi nefanele akhokhe more emndenini wakumalume kaMpilo. I think it's sad, you guys. I think it's sad because what is Mpilo gonna do? Because she can't really change her surname without her parents. She can actually. How old is Mpilo? Below can change her surname. Obviously, she can't get in because Babake will probably refuse to do. But she can, yes. If you are over 18, you can. You can absolutely take your ID. Home affairs. I know somebody that did. There no problems, that they changed it very easily because now I doubt to sign in. She can actually, yeah. But I guess because she's not gonna be able to do it because maybe she wants to do it into ngendlela efuna ubabwakhe and all that. I don't understand the decision. I don't understand umndeni wakomalume kaMpilo. I don't understand umseleko. I don't understand uMakhumalo in this situation. I don't feel like they're prioritizing Umpilo in this whole thing. Bayalwa bona because bona aba understandananga and they feel like they are blackmailing each other and all of that. But the person that will benefit from the surname change, or the person that really wants the surname change, they're not considering that person. I don't get it, honestly. So then the next thing, you guys, Abongo, remember, she is going to a metric dance and she's with her friend. They're going to fit a suit. Everything goes well there. The guy has done a really, really nice suit for her. She's happy about it. They ask her about the partner. Does she have a partner for metric dance? And she says, go partner in. It wasn't anything deep, you guys. It was just to Abongo. I think they are trying to give us that thing that we asked for last season, which was we had said that we want to see more of the lives of the kids, and I think that's what they're trying to do it for us. But I guess they're not really trying to go that deep with the kids. They're just trying to show us, guys, you want to see the kids, but there isn't really much to see with the kids because they're just going to school and going to metric dances. That's all. Okay. But it's also great to see them just doing normal stuff instead of always discussing izinto that have to do with this team. Okay. And then the next scene, it was that scene Gamangwabe and her mom. Uma Gamangwabe at the beginning of the season had asked to see Umselegu. So this whole scene, you guys, just take it, put it at the beginning of the season because it was supposed to be at the beginning of the season. They messed up with this one. They put it in the wrong place, in my opinion, because it just, the whole conversation didn't make sense being where they put it. It was supposed to be at the beginning because whether that thing happened in the first episode, Umagamangwabe asked to see Umselegu, it should have been at least in the second episode or third episode, not the sixth episode. Okay. So I guess Umagamangwabe is not happy with the fact that Inganiak is not happy in her marriage. She wants to understand it about Tasoka number 5, which, by the way, doesn't make sense because number 5, they've already decided they're not going to take number 5. So here's the thing, you guys. I'm going to talk about this scene as if it's in episode 2. Because if I talk about it as if it's in episode 6, it's not going to make sense. Because why are we still talking about number 5 when we've already made a decision that there isn't a number 5 coming? Why are we talking about Umselek wanting 20 kids? Because he has already said that it doesn't matter if he has 20 kids or not. So this scene, if you put it in episode 6, it will never make sense to you. So let's put it in episode, let's just say it was episode 2. Okay, it was supposed to go somewhere there. Someone forgot to put it there. They're like, let's just drop it here. They won't see it. But it's a bone. So now Mama Ngwabege wants to understand, okay, when you were marrying my child, I did not want her to get married to Nesthembu, and you made a promise that you were not going to take another wife. Now you are saying you're going to take another wife. What is happening with that, Umseleko is not happy with the fact that Umangwabe is talking about indaba zakamseleko ekhaya, you guys. And I do understand that, you guys. But at the same time, who are you going to talk to if you don't talk to your mom about your marriage problems, you know? And obviously, if you go home and you tell your mom what's happening in your marriage, they're always going to want to help you fix things, you know? It's unlikely that they're not going to do anything. Uma wakho uzofuna ukukhuluma nomkhwenyana and see if they can make things easier for you. That's just what moms do, okay? So, and Umselego, his point is, okay, Uma Ngwabe is not going to be number last, okay, which we already know it's a lie, but Mangwabe is not going to be at last. He feels like the decision to whether he's going to take off, whether he's going to take number 5 or not, should not be Mangwabe's. It should be, in fact, it should not be a decision taken by a wife. It should be a decision taken by him. And because if then it's a decision that is taken by Mangwabe, then what is he going to tell the other wives? You know, what is he going to tell them now? Is Mangwabe the husband now? Okay, so. I honestly felt like all that conversation should have taken place in the absence of Mangwabe. It was a mistake to have her there and say, we're going to talk about you, but don't say anything. Because Mangwabe is not the one to not say anything. Mangwabe is going to tell you how she feels. Mangwabe is going to tell you what she thinks, whether you like it or not. So she, at some point, she felt like, you guys are talking about me, let me say something. Which sounded like she's being disrespectful because Umawake kept saying, no, just let me talk to Umkwenyana. You know, keep quiet. You know, I'll be mad. Like I always say, you guys, Mangwabe is me and I am Mangwabe because I will be in the talk, okay? Unless they will have to kick me out of the house because I will be pagati. If you mention my name, I am pagati in the conversation. So I really think that conversation should have taken place without Umangwabe around if really they did not want her to comment at all about what they were talking about. Umselego goes into saying, listen, I have 4 wives. Between the 4 wives, I only have 8 kids because obviously the other 2 are not from the 4 wives. And I wanted 20 kids. I don't have 20 kids. So Umangwabe wayithathelwe ukuthi azozala. If she hasn't given me the 20 kids, it does not make sense for me to take another wife, okay? And Umangwabe answers and says, okay, what about the almost 20 babies that I have lost? You know, are you counting those? Because listen, the fact that I only have 2 kids that are alive, I have almost 20 babies that I've lost. She does not explain, like I said in the other video, she does not explain, you guys, how she lost the baby. Was it miscarriages? Was it stillborns? But she says, if she counts the babies that she has lost, she has close to 20 kids. You know, which means Umselego has already achieved his goal of 20 kids, you know. And it's funny how that thing of Mangwabe losing children is always spoken about in passing. Nobody ever, but it's such a big thing to a woman to lose so many babies, you guys, to lose so many babies and still be under pressure to have more babies. When you say, but I've already had the babies, how could I control the fact that these babies did not live, you know? Because we actually would say, so what am I supposed to do, you know? And obviously nobody was listening to her because they did not think that she was supposed to be part of the conversation. Uma wakhe asked about umbathiswa ukuthi akambethe what's happening. Umseleko says yena uMangwabe who's supposed to make it possible ukuthi ambathiswe, you guys. I don't know, because okay, I understand you ukuthi mangabe nihleli nobabili, let's just assume akusona same, nihleli nobabili, and you can work out things in such a way that make sure ukuthi izinto ziyenzeka so that kuzo complete izinto zakini, because you are already emzini, you know. So there is a contribution you have to make in terms of pushing izinto ukuthi zenzeke. I understand that. That's what Umseleko is saying, ukuthi if ufuna kumbathiswe kini unkosikazi na ususemzini wakho, you can make things happen somehow, you know. Okay, I understand that a little bit, but I also feel like what did I want to say? I lost my train of thoughts. Okay, yes. But also, I feel like Umseleko is saying he is not doing it basically because of his behavior. It's like Ngwabe is supposed to behave a certain way so that she can push indaba yokuthi kwenzeke umembezo, okay? Angazi uma ngi-explain kahle. However, I feel like the reason yokuthi Mangwabe behave a certain way, part of it is because akwenziwe izinto. It's like, why should I be here supporting in everything that you want to do when you haven't even given my mother what is true to her? part of her being so angry is that besides the fact that this woman has lost so many babies, and being asked to have children, also on top of that, akaqediwe, uma wakhe akambesiwe besa uma wami phela. That could make you angry too. So it's like, because she is so angry, she's behaving a certain way, and then umselek is like, because you are behaving this way, ngeke ngize ngibethe. So basically, I didn't feel like Umseleko was respectful in that conversation. I did a video about it and explained it. I did feel like he was very disrespectful. And I feel like as a woman, no man is going to come and talk to my mother like that. We are having a big problem after that, okay? If you are my man and you speak to my mother like that, honey. Whew. We're gonna have to breathe after that, because you're not gonna have a very nice week, maybe not even a nice month. And there's going to be 100 apologies you are going to be giving to my mother. And next week, uzohamba uyombathisa because nobody's gonna speak to my mother like that. So I was surprised that Umangwabe let that happen, but I think she was focused on what was happening with her, what the things that she had issues with herself. Okay, guys. So, okay. I guess the conclusion in this scene is that Umseleko feels like Umangwabe should be the one that makes izinto zokwambesa zenzeke. Umangwabe feels like uyadelela lo, because he even said ukuthi mina ngeke ngize ngithenga imoto enje, khomba imoto le kamangwabe. Ngeke ngize ngithenga imoto enje mina bese ngihlula ukuthenga amajazi. Hey, nagana bomangwabe. Guys, yazi ukuthi udelelwe indoda, idelele indoda yeza idelele kini ngoba phela wena isigwili. Hayi. Wadelela komseleko kanjalo noma ngabe uyasho ukuthi uyadelela lona kahle. But I don't think that conversation was really fruitful. I think umseleko was a little bit embarrassed in that conversation when uMakamangwabe mentioned ukuthi akambese. But then I think lokhuzana umseleko turned it around to embarrass uMangwabe about it. I think it was that thing. It was just revenge. I will embarrass your daughter if you're going to embarrass me and mention ukuthi angikakambesi. Anyway, you guys, that's all that I wanted to say when it comes to this episode, you guys. Is there a scene that I'm forgetting? I do not think so, okay? I don't think so, but that's how the whole episode went, you guys. I don't know. I guess we are watching Uthando the same because siyathanda nje ukuthi siloku silibuka, but there isn't a lot that is exciting except for his daughter's disgusting. And yes, sizoqhubeka nje sibuke noma okunye kungahlangani kahle. Anyway, you guys, thank you so much for watching this review. Please like it before niphume kuyona, share it with your friends, with your family, and even with strangers. Ngithanda kakhulu.